Tonight, St. Louis Mayor Tishaura Jones is facing a federal civil rights lawsuit accusing her of using heavy-handed tactics to retaliate against one of her critics. A former nonprofit worker claims the mayor called his boss and threatened to cut off public funding. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is looking to all of these claims for us. Mark.
Brent, good evening. Yitzy Simon says Mayor Tishaura Jones targeted his job after he protested the eviction of a riverfront homeless encampment back in March. He would go on to lose his job, but hasn't stopped his criticism. In his lawsuit, he says the mayor's policies toward unhoused people are, quote, more harsh and more severe than her predecessors.
Before city workers used bulldozers to clear this riverfront encampment,
no housing!
No peace. Activists used bullhorns to urge the mayor to stop the sweeps. Yitzy Simon says joining this protest outside City Hall in March cost him his job.
The mayor retaliated against me standing up for unhoused people.
He claims city workers tried to steer unhoused people into addiction treatment beds before they were ready to get sober. So he offered them alternative shelter where he worked at the St. Patrick's Center.
To them, that seemed like I was sabotaging services. I would want a person to get into treatment, but I would never make their housing contingent on them getting into services.
The St. Patrick's Center fired Simon days later, citing gross misconduct that resulted in a threat of losing funding.
He's allowed to stand on the City Hall steps and say whatever he thinks about Tishaura Jones's administration.
In a 39-page court filing, Simon's lawyer, Stephen Hoffman, claims the mayor personally placed a phone call to Simon's boss and threatened to cut off their funding if he wasn't fired.
Going after people, and it's kind of ruthless, especially to target, no offense, Mr. Simon, a sort of low-level employee of what's essentially a Catholic charity, and to go after, to come for their job. The mayor needs to do some serious self-reflection about how she wants to manage the city of St. Louis.
The mayor's office sidestepped the allegations of retribution, saying she can't comment on pending litigation, but that she, quote, remains committed to doing better by our unhoused neighbors.
Because of her personality and temperament, she feels the need to personally respond. And it's inappropriate, first of all, for a public official to be dictating to private employers who they employ. And she never should have made those threats. That's clearly unconstitutional.
The lawsuit makes another claim that the mayor threatened to blacklist Board of Alderman President Megan Green if she tried to interfere with the eviction proceedings. Green declined to comment on that claim in this pending lawsuit, but she did say the board is pressing forward with policies around evicting encampments later this fall.